Hello, my friends. I'm quite happy to be here with you again. And I'm here with my voiceover, just because I need to describe this biggie and tell a couple of words about whatever is happening. So that's my one more big project, jumbo soft cover slow stitch journal. There is a big issue with the color settings, on my phone and on my camera, which means the color of this yellow thing is not actually what it looks in the video, because in fact it's it's dark, deep orangey yellow, very, I would say, posh, and it's not that bright. But anyway, I was playing with that for a lot of time, but it didn't work. The color setting. Anyway, that's a green pig. I would call it just autumn, because it's just autumn. It was totally inspired by my friend who has been supporting me all this time, my friend from the United States, and by the amazing autumn we are having here. The colors have already gone, but here I managed to keep them. And so let's see what it is. It's actually a soft cover, again, as you see, and it's not just a soft cover, it's just a soft book. This time it's just even the signatures are pretty soft without any paper backing. And let me show you the cover. First of all, it's the front cover with some new techniques I tried here. First of all, I tried some different types of weaving. As you can see, let me use it. As you can see, these are woven, and the weaving is done on the cover. It's not just a woven part that is fixed here, but it's just interwoven or intertwined. Same part here, different colors, different textures, and I'll show you the back side where you will also see some patches. And this is moss imitation, and you can see some burlap twine, and this is moss imitation, as you can see. Different textures, some soft, some not soft, and this is kind of leaching or leaking imitation. It's also very leaking like, as you can see, and it feels pretty like leaking. And some fungi, multi-layered, and I like this texture that this provides, and we will find some of them on the back side as well. And I kind of tried to make a wreath of this. It turned out this way, and I stitched, just embroidered a couple of twigs on that as well. And then you can see different textures here. This and this fabric were dyed, hand dyed. I dyed them with acrylic paint, and it looks amazing to my mind. And just this side, a lot of stitching this time, as always. Okay. And here is a pin which keeps it pretty steadily, because I decided not to add any closures this time rather than this. And you can see this 3 strings keeping the signature inside, and that's the other side. 2 types of fixing, as you can see, some seed stitch and some pear stitch. I don't know what it is called, but It gives a lot of texture and color to this piece. And that's the back part, the back side. Okay, also it's kind of a twig stitch, which I learned from Susan, and some more woven pieces here and there, just as you can see the patches of moss and licking on the ground in the forests where I go, and some different fabric. Here you can see some just given a texture, circular stitches, and this part again with these patches of weaving and things. And this part also is about like the pieces. First of all, it's hand dyed with acrylic again, and then I embroidered some of these plants that are printed here, and I like the way they turned out. And that's the edge. These are the cutout and they're the cutout and embroidered leaves and cones, pine cone probably, yes. I backed them with a piece of different fabric, brownish I'll call it, and then they are stitched as well. Here the pine cone is stitched more, and all of them are stitched as well, and they make this edge. And there are some fungi again. Here you see tiny ones. And here we come to the opening side. Let's open it and see what's in. First of all is Fall, the name of the journal, and let's get inside. And you can see the cover. This is the inside. I didn't decorate it much, just with some embroidery, because I just didn't want to distract from the main part. And the main part is made of 3 signatures, actually pockets, with again some pre-cut and some decorated pieces. As you can see, a lot of stitching done everywhere, and the edges of this mushroom are also embroidered, and some old good tags, all having some words inside. And this time I sketched some plants on the back side, and it was as a background. And I used here staples, because I'm not very much sure how well these stickers stick in fact. And a little bit of a tag that I got in one Happy Mail. Okay, and here is the second side, inner side of the signature. First of all, this is just a sketch of a daffodil. Oh, sorry, not a daffodil. A dandelion, right? Of a dandelion, and it's just as I used to make these eco printing, actually pressed plants. As you can see them, you can see the shape of these pressed plants. Just it's kind of eco dye technique. I'm not going to use it anymore for some moral reasons, and some sketching on that. And as you can see, that's the inner side with the spine of an old book. I repurposed for some open spine book, but I had a spine, so I embroidered on it, and there are a lot of stitches, different, and mushroom again, a little bit stitched and embroidered, and the collaged pieces of fabric. That's probably the collection from Kaisercraft, not very much sure. It looks like that, and it's just a very matching page, and some collages inside. Another pocket with Well, it's kind of a multi-pocket with many things inside. Let's see what we have here. We have a tag. We have some tags here, and you will find some pictures I took this autumn, this fall, during my forest walks, and I added them here. Just wanted to share. Again, the color settings are not always perfect, and but anyway, it gives the general atmosphere of very cozy, although pretty dark spaces. Some tags here and there, and another collage with very soft die cut made of, we call it kind of, let me see, oh, velvet paper. Yes, I still have some pages of this paper, some sheets, maybe from 1980s when they used to produce it, which they don't. So some more textures from my fall walks. This is, by the way, a linden tree. As you can see, it's huge. Like, the back trees on the background look so tiny comparing with it. Okay, and you can see another pocket. Oh, sorry. With another cut from the. I have kind of a napkin fabric piece, and it has a lot of beautiful patterns, autumn patterns. So I just cut them out and embroidered, and some more embroidery and a pocket with this handmade rose. Let's see what we have here. This is the end of the first signature. This one is not embroidered, the only mushroom that is not embroidered. Let's see, some more tags. Ah, by the way, almost all tags, maybe all, I just don't remember, hold some letters, and if you try to make them together, you probably will make a word out of all the tags. If you take this tag and you can see some letter, and you can take those tags, and if you find some letters, you will probably make some words of meaning. Yes, apart from the words that I attribute autumn with. Okay, and another tag with another tiny pocket. Oh, and one more card. So this one, this is the second signature. This makes this kind of belly band. It's a very thick, multi-layered oak leaf, and some kind of silence, hiking scenery, exploring berries, summer, some remnants of summer, can be just reminder of summer, which is autumn. And another pocket with more pictures and tags and just beautiful cards. And that's one of the pictures. First of all, can you see how well it matches the color scheme? And then it's a bog. And I was absolutely amazed when I saw it. It was like a very, very fantastic picture that you cannot you just can sit and meditate. Silence and this picture, it was amazing. Maybe this picture doesn't convey the atmosphere, but believe me, it was very inspirational. And some berries, reddish berries. Oh, sorry, it's leaves. Yes, it's oak leaves, by the way. Which looked pretty red against the gloomy grayish and beautiful sky. So yes, it comes here. So some more pictures, and a tiny envelope with a tiny secret inside. And again, this is the same linden tree, but against the sky, a very deep autumn October sky. I guess it was October when I was making these pictures. Definitely not November. Yeah, November is still here, and I haven't made many pictures so far. And that's another piece with all this atmosphere. I must say, some people consider it grey and gloomy. I just don't know. I just see the beauty of colors in it. Colors, silence, peace, quiet, and solitude, probably. Well, this mushroom is half embroidered, as you can see. This part is embroidered, and it also makes a pocket and some more tags with more letters, as you can see on the background. I'm not sure whether you manage or not, but it can be a good quest. And a tag. Perfect day includes. Yeah, perfect day. What can it include? I guess everybody has different ideas of what a perfect day includes. So that's just a background picture. I mean, that was a page of land covered with different types of mosses and licking, and I just wanted to proceed with this background and create this, this effect, prolong this effect outside the picture, expand it. So another pressed leaf page, and the second part of the signature, another pressed leaf with sketching on it, and another picture of the same bog. This time it's a little bit bigger and a little bit different perspective, but still, and a lot of stitching around to keep it all together. One more pocket, and as you can see, another type of embroidery on this mushroom, and a tag, and a tag, and a card. Oh, I forgot to tell that this is the picture from my daughter again. I still have some pictures that she allowed me to use. It's a watercolor piece, and I think it matches this bog idea pretty well. And that's an amazing licking piece I saw on a stole of a tree. So I made this picture and edited here. And let's see what we have on the back side. And on the back side, this is the back cover of this big signature. I absolutely love this woolen piece of textile. Perfect here because it reminds you of woolen cloaks, of woolen pants and dresses and everything from the old good autumn. So some collage here, and it's actually again one more belly band with a tiny notepad made of clean pages. Sorry, maybe I moved it there. And just a very soft, very nice piece of cotton for the cover, and some leaves embroidered again. Well, and the third signature, also with half embroidered mushroom and some things to hide, and another tag. And let's see what we have here. Again, some stamped pressed plant, and one of my favorite pages here. It's an embroidered early autumn picture when we have all cloud, or we still have like young September or something, when we still have all the colors in the meadows, and here they are, as you can see. They will turn into gray, and not even gray, into brown, all shades of brown, but not now. That's gonna go for winter scenery. Okay, and another collage of my type, another coffee dyed page, and that's the pocket from my herbs, medicinal herbs that I keep collecting myself, keep buying in the chemistry shops, at chemists, and I use them for different herbal mixtures, and mostly for medicinal teas, sometimes for tinctures and things like that. And another piece of the same scenery here, and some more pressed plant. Oh yeah, yes, that's it. And that's the remnant one probably left from the old collection of mine of hand waxed napkin, paper napkin, used kind of as a tracing paper piece covering this plant, which is actually some kind of grass. And another embroidery piece. This time it's embroidered against the pre-echo printed leaf, and there are some, as you can see, embroidered flowers. Another collage, and the second part of slow stitch motion, and a lot of, this, I don't know what they call it, I just forgot it, but these are the small windows, tiny windows that you make inside the or beneath the main layer of some fabric. This one, by the way, it's again, this piece is a cheesecloth, hand dyed cheesecloth. Everywhere I used only this type, and different the same pictures that I took on the same trips. This is another mushroom, as you see. Forgot a name, but all of you know it, and it was so nice I couldn't help taking a photo. And some more glimpses of this autumn paradise. And that's the back side. Again, you can see a lot of embroidery everywhere, here and there, even in some hidden places, and another type of embroidery here, and some tags. That's that. So that's the inside cover, and different types of stitching, and that's it probably. So you can easily add anything you like here. You can even stitch some pocket if you care, or a piece of fabric that you would like to keep, for example, a leftover of some clothes that you would like to keep again as a memory of some autumn. And I would say that for me, best memorabilia are personal ones. This can be a piece of clothing. This can be a piece of fabric. It can be just a leaf. If you add proper journaling to it and explain where you found it, what you felt about it, or who was with you, it's kind of forever reminder. I have a couple of journals where I kept memories like this, but you can start any. And I think that this one, having so many pictures and some stamped things, I mean echo stamped or echo printed, and something that reminds and immediately takes you to the autumn forest, or just to the forest of any type, I think and I believe this journal keeps a lot of energy. I mean, that a lot of energy of this autumn is sealed within. I'm sorry, somehow the light went off. Let me try to fix it somehow. It went a little bit dark. Well, I'd better not touch anything, because it works only worse. Okay, so, and this is that thick. The edges are not fixed because it's supposed to be as messy as possible, in order to show how mess can be, how chaos can make beauty. And so thank you so much for watching this. I have a couple of words not relating to the journal, and just a couple of words about the state of things of my shop and everything. There's nothing new. There are no updates on that. It's still blocked. I mean, not only mine, a lot of people were blocked, and so we are all still blocked, 3 countries in fact. And now we are limited in money transfer systems and ways. There is only one that works, and it works pretty well, but it's just it may take some time to get through it for the first time when you deal with it. But then those who used it, those of my customers who used it, MoneyGram system, they said it's pretty easy, but it might take you some time to get through it for the first time. As always, it's just, yes, I know it's not that convenient as it was with Etsy, or as it was with Lavke shop, when you just clicked and it was processed. But at the same time, it has nothing to do with any third-party rates. It's just money transfer rate or fee, and that's nothing. I mean, and not that's nothing, and I mean, and nothing else. And to some extent, it can be considered as a benefit, because nobody is trying to get their hands on your and my on my work and your money, and we are just paying each other directly. On the other hand, it might be complicated for you, and it's complicated for me as well, because I have only 2 places. Well, yes, 2 places where I can get this money, receive the money that you sent to me. It's in the city, which is 3.5-4 hours drive one way from the place I live. But anyway, I am trying to get somehow along to get used to this situation, and looking for some ways to make it more convenient for all of us. And because I'm not gonna stop it. No, I am not gonna stop making my things for whatever reason. I do know the reason which can stop me, but it will also stop me from living, and that means that will be the reason for me to stop crafting. I'm not gonna sound pathetic, but these 3 last years, they have shown how these things keep me alive. Well, thanks God, I have them, and I have people around the world who are also interested in things. There are very few people here who can relate to what I'm doing, or who can feel, or I can share my feelings with. And I am very grateful for the internet and for my small network and community of like-minded people who love journaling, who love crafting, stitching, this type of things, and who care for nature and who love nature-inspired things. And I'm very, very grateful to all of you. And I'm grateful to all of you who write comments and who keep me going. In fact, even one comment written every day by my dear Dita, it keeps me alive and reminds me of some bigger world with bigger interests and different life, and doesn't just let me get too involved into the seemingly small capsule of these circumstances I'm in. So thank you so much. And one more thing, if you come across any, if you hear about any sellers or any vendors, crafters from my part of the world, and who have access to some big marketplaces or something like that, please let me know their names, or just give me the links to their shops if you don't mind, because that was actually the way how I got to Etsy one day some years ago. It was through the help of my subscriber who actually got in touch and told me about the crafter from Belarus who actually was selling on Etsy, and I got in touch with that crafter, and she was kind enough to tell me about the third-party company who provided this access. And so that was the beginning of my story. And now when it's broken and it's completely and I feel sometimes completely devastated by that, I do believe that there is a way. Because there is always a way. If God lets it be. So thank you so much for watching and listening for a bit of my chit chat. Actually, I recently haven't been too talkative. Maybe that's why I'm talking so much today. So thank you. Have a nice, warm, soft and cozy autumn. Because autumn, this is the best time of year, I would say. It's a time of year when you can stop. Oh, no, not stop. You can slow down. It's legal. And you can look into the clear sky because it's the clearest in autumn. Listen to this silence, because if you are lucky enough to get far, far, far from the city bustle or big roads bustle and so on, you will just hear the silence and some sounds of a birdie or just cracking here and there, but totally it's just, this very loud silence, very loud and very soft, and the air is clear. Sometimes there are some mists. The forests become transparent, It's just because the foliage is already down, and you can see through the forest, and they make, especially if you see from the look at them from the distance, you can see they make kind of a lace, a very sweet mesh, and you can see through it. You can see the sky through it, and it's amazing. It's just another type of beauty, not this abundant, not this, vivid and bright and catchy. it's very soft, mild, and very, I would say, I forgot the word. Subtle, yeah, it's very subtle. And especially now, I'm talking now about the late November, mid-November even, because now I'm looking out of my window and I see exactly what I'm telling you, but just not only the sky, but the houses in front of my window, but I see them behind the trees and the tree branches. And these tree branches make an amazing lace pattern and beautify everything you can see through them. So, and as you remember, I told you I have a big linden tree in front of my window, although I live on a 5th floor. On the 5th floor, yes, on the 5th floor of multi-storied house. But I still have this linden tree. It's huge, it's old, it's maybe 60 years old or even more. I believe it was planted here when the house was built, and the house is pretty old, so maybe it's even 70 or something. And I can see this, these beautiful old remains of flowers. Oh, enough of that. It's too nice and too long. But I hope, why I'm telling you that, because I want you to feel the atmosphere. I really much want to share this with you as well, because you share your love and support, and I want to share whatever. The only thing I have here, this beautiful atmosphere, even in the middle of a big, not very big, but very industrial city. I have this small patch of nature, which I'm very grateful for. And I want to share everything I managed to store inside, all these beautiful sceneries, all these beautiful days, rainy days, stormy days, sunny days, that I managed to steal from my busy life and spend in some very remote and very calm and peaceful and absolutely universal places, eternal places, I must say. When I got the access to the spring of energy, of love to nature, because nature is love, and that was the thing I tried to add to this journal, and I'm trying to share right now to wrap up this video into this atmosphere. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to get in touch soon. See you. Bye-bye.